Is the reorder paragraph very important in the PTE exam? How can I go about the reorder paragraph? Hi guys, welcome again to my channel. My name is Juliet. I'm a Pearson Test of English tutor. In today's video, we'll be focusing on reorder paragraph strategies, tips, or tricks that would help you understand this task and know how to do it so you get a high score. Now, the reorder paragraph is a fourth task in the Pearson Test of English reading. It's a task in the PTE reading that's a bit logical. Yeah, because you need to think forth, think back for you to be able to understand what that task is about. I can never always forget the story of how I tried to do this task the first time I ever wrote the PTE, and I wasn't understanding it because I had a tutor that didn't really have a full concept of it. But after the class, I went back on my own and I practiced heaps and heaps of this task, and I was able to nail it at some points. So that's why I'm also doing this video, because in the course of my being a PTE tutor, I have seen a lot of people struggle with this task. Now, this task, aside from being the fourth task in the PTE reading, if you're looking for 6 to 5 in the PTE reading, this task might not make any difference like to a large extent. But if you're looking for like band 79 or which is equivalent to IELTS band 8 or band 9, then you would need to do well in this task. This is because this task is marked in pairs. First of all, you have 2 or 3 of this task on your test day, and it is actually marked in pairs. Okay, so the question of if it's important or not depends on the score you're looking for. Now, I've heard some people say, oh, this task is not important. But if you're looking for a high score in your PTE reading, then this task, you should try to get pairs. Even if it looks a bit confusing that you can't get everything, strive to get pairs. What they expect you to do in this task is for you to identify pairs, or you identify the right order in which the sentence should be. Now, just as the name goes, reorder paragraphs, that tells you that the paragraphs are not in their right order, that they need you to restructure them, or they need you to put them in their right place. All you basically need to do is try to find how the task or the sentence structures or the structures of the paragraphs, just find how the paragraph would come to each other, like how they would align or how they would flow with each other. Now, there's no magic here. It's just like giving you a sentence to say something like she paid the money. I mean, I just see you from nowhere and I say she paid the money. I know what you're going to ask me is, who are you talking about? So if I say she paid the money, it was $2,000, and I'm not telling you who, that means that the sentences are incomplete, because you can't make sense out of what I'm saying. So that is exactly how you see this sample question, this kind of question in your exam. They just give you series of sentences, like either 4 sentences or 5 sentences. They call it paragraphs, and they want you to arrange them in the order they should be. So if I say she paid the money, it was $2,000, you're going to get confused. You're going to say who. But if I say Jenny paid the money, and it was $2,000, you know who I'm talking about. So Jenny paid the money would come first before it was $2,000. So if I say it was $2,000, Jenny paid the money, it's not in the right order. But if I say to you, Jenny paid the money, it was $2,000, then I use it for shopping. You see how the sentences are aligning? Yeah, but just imagine them giving you, it was $2,000, I use it for shopping, Jenny paid the money, I bought heaps of clothes that were so lovely. You see, those are the kind of sentences they give you. All they need you to do is put them in their order, the right order. That is, which one comes which one comes first, which one comes after that one. Now, if you see word like Jenny paid the money, it was $2,000. I used it to go for grocery shopping. Actually, you know that it was $2,000 and Jenny paid the money and it was $2,000 will go together. You can't say I used it to go for shopping, Jenny paid the money. Those two are not aligning. But if I say Jenny paid the money, it was $2,000, both of them are pairs. Then I say I used the money for grocery shopping. So it was $2,000 and I used it for grocery shopping, will go together. So you see the pairs. Now, if you don't get the right order of Jenny paid the money and it was $2,000, maybe you chose Jenny paid the money, I used it for grocery shopping, you're not going to get the right order or the right pair. So in this video, I'm just going to be showing you 1 or 2 examples so you understand What I mean by saying the right pairs, because if you're struggling to get the sentences in the real right order and you're not getting it, I'd always say, please look for pairs. Because if you look for pairs, actually they are marked in pairs. So if you look for pairs, you should be able to get some scores instead of you not to get any point at all. Now let's go on and see one or two of the example, because I do not want to make this video very long. I just want to keep it brief so you understand what I'm talking about. All right, guys. So this is an example that I want to talk about this morning on reorder paragraph. Now you can see here the sentences. Let's look at the instruction. It says the text boxes in the left panel have been replaced in a random order. Restore. Now this word here, restore the original order, is what the reorder paragraph is all about. Now these are the sentences. They are not in their right order, like I have explained in the beginning of this video. So basically, what they want you to do is to restore each of these sentences in their right order. Okay, so 4 could be the first one, 1 could be the second one, it doesn't matter. Now, for the sake of this website I'm using, I can actually move the sentences around for them to be in their right order. I don't have a second box, but in the exam, don't forget you have 2 boxes like I've shown you, one on the left and one on the right. The one on the left contains the sentences, while the one on the right is empty. You restore the right order in the right box. Now look at this one. It says, but as well as being physically and biologically spectacular, coral reefs also sustain the livelihoods of over 500,000 people. So they said but. So you can see that word but there is already saying, connoting or saying that something must have been said about coral reef, okay, before this one. Now, first of all, what you need to do is identify the independent sentence. Now, sometimes you can have more than one independent sentences, but if you look closely, you will understand that sentence that's like the independent sentence. That's the one that comes first. All right. But today I'm not actually going to be looking at like putting the sentences from the beginning to the end, their right order. I just want us to identify pairs. I want to focus on really identifying pairs in the reorder paragraph today, because I know there'll be a lot of video on finding how to restore them in their right order. Let's focus on finding pairs today. Now this says, but as well as being physically and biologically spectacular, coral reefs also sustain the livelihoods of over 500 million people. 2 says, what is small? This number is expected to double. What number are they talking about? This 500 million people is expected to double in coming decades, while the area of high quality reef is expected to halve. Okay, the third one says coral reefs support more marine life than any other ocean ecosystem and are not surprisingly a favorite pursuit for many divers. So we can see that 3 is not even related to 1 in any way, but we can see very clearly that 2 is giving more information about 1, or 2 is a continuation of 1, because it says here, coral reefs also sustain the livelihoods of over 500 million people. And 2 says, what is more? This number, which number? This over 500 million people. So from the ongoing, we can say that 1 and 2 are pairs. So if we leave it like this, 1 and 2, we're going to get 1 mark there instead of us not to get any mark at all. Now let's see which other pairs can we identify between 3 and 4, or is it 2 and 3, or is it 3 and 4, or is it 1 and, or is it, yeah, let's see that. So 3 says coral reefs support more marine life than any other ocean ecosystem and are not surprisingly a favorite pursuit for many divers. All right, so the other one says in combination with so I'm just going to say 3 and 1 will be pairs. So I'm just going to move 3 up here and just leave it this way. Actually, I've been able to do the right pair. But look at it here. Number 3 gives us a full picture of what coral reef is all about. Okay, why number 1 is telling us, in addition to what coral reef is all about, as in being both physically and biologically spectacular, is also meant to sustain the livelihoods of over 500 million people. All right. And we know that 1 and 2 are pairs. So at the end of the day, we have 3 and 1, 1 and 2, 2 and 4 as pairs. Now, if we do this way, let's look at this, or let's submit the answer. So at the end of the day, we're going to see 3, 1, 2, 4, which is the right pair here. So 3 and 1 are pairs, 1 and 2 are pairs, 2 and 4 are pairs. However, if we were confused, we could just go with 1 and 2, and then you get a mark instead of you not to get any. Because at the end of the day, you can't spend all your time on this task. So if you're able to identify 1 and 2, you should be able to get 1/3. And if you're not able to identify any other pairs, you go on to the next task. Don't spend more than 2 minutes in this task, because if you do, it's going to be eating up into your time for the reading, because you've got tasks like the reading fill in the blanks, reading and writing fill in the blanks. I think you see those tasks before you come to this, before you get to this one. So manage your time. Don't spend all your time trying to figure out the right order in maybe 4 sentences or 5 sentences. All you need to do absolutely is to look for pairs. If you look for pairs, you're able to get some marks, and then you go over to the next task. I hope this makes sense. So that's how this task is done. It's actually straight to the point. It's a bit logical, so you have to think back and forth, which I had explained in the beginning. But if you understand what I have just taught you, then it's very easy for you to identify pairs or to know how a sentence fits into the other one. All right. So if you're new to my channel, thank you for coming and thank you for stopping by. Remember to click on the subscribe button. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. Now, to all my returning subscribers, I don't know what I would do without you. Thank you for always stopping by at my channel, and thank you for watching my videos. And I will see you in my next video. Stay safe. Bye.